everything to come. Oh, my growing pain, shadows we cast yesterday, going forward anyway. What else can I do? Can you show me where I'm going? 'Cause I've been lonely, trying to get to you. Oh, my white lily, it's been a while since we could speak. Been holding to this broken piece, counting down the days. By mid-afternoon, twice I've come to visit you, showed you scars and showed you wounds. You never make me wait. Can you show me where I'm going? 'Cause I've been lonely, trying to get to you. 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 Can you show me? Like we're a wildfire, like we're a wildfire, burning the color that comes from the sky. Like it's a wildfire, like it's a wildfire. I was holding my only string, but I didn't notice, I didn't know. Found that say that that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I've been dreaming of a geranium. Put my hands above. You were made to love. Piggybacks and bonfires. Summer nights and big bites. Talking to your best friend. Company you can't pretend. You are not alone in this. Look at all your mates. No one is a stranger. No one is a stranger. I belong to kingdom come. You are from the other. Bless us with your grace. Blessing of a stranger. I've been dreaming of a geranium. Put my hands above. You were made for love. I'm in love with you, woman. When you call me up and say, fresh squeezed like a lemon. Not alone in this. Look at all your mates. No one is a stranger. No one is a stranger. I belong to kingdom come. You are from the other. Bless us with your gracious blessing of a stranger. Dreaming of a geranium. Put my hands above.
Ah, no, 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 c'est les litchis.